Hello students, welcome back. So now in this section we will be discussing the IIT JEE questions based on area under curves. You will get to know with the help of these questions how to apply multiple concepts in a single question, and you will also get to know what exactly should be your line of action while solving a particular question to arrive at the solution within seconds. That is, it will help you to save your time in your exams. So let's begin. Okay, so now that we have almost done with the chapter of area under curves, that is applications of integration, it's time to solve out some of the IIT JEE questions of the previous years. So this will help you to know what kind of questions can you expect from this section in your exams, and also you'll be able to realize whether you have understood the chapter or not. So let's begin. The first question that we have says, area bounded by the curve xy square equal to a square a minus x and y axis is what? So again the figure is xy square is a square a minus x. This is a given curve, which means x would be equal to a cube by, I am taking x here, so I have y square plus a square. So x is a cube by y square plus a square, and the given curve is symmetrical. You can check it out from the equation that the given curve is symmetrical about x axis and meets it at a0. Moreover, the line x equal to 0 is an asymptote. X equal to 0, that is the y axis. X equal to 0 is the y axis. So what about the area? First of all, let me draw the figure. It would look like something like this. So this is the curve that we are talking about. Y axis is the asymptote, so we will have a curve of this form. It will run parallel to the y axis. This is the y axis. So this is showing that y axis is the asymptote. This is our origin. This would be the point a0, because the curve is intersecting. We have taken that it is intersecting. Symmetrical about x axis, first thing. So symmetrical about x axis, y axis is the asymptote and it meets it as at a0. Let me name this also as a0. So the area would be, now since it is symmetrical about the x axis, I can just write down the area to be equal to twice of 0 to infinity x dy. This is equal to twice of 0 to infinity. Now x is a cube by a square plus y square dy. Now you can simply solve it out. This would be equal to twice, 2 times. Now a cube by a square, a cube can be taken outside. Then we have 1 by a tan inverse y by a, and this will be from 0 to infinity. So now a gets cancelled. So we have 2a square tan inverse y by a from 0 to infinity. This is equal to 2a square tan inverse infinity minus tan inverse 0, that will be pi by 2, and therefore the answer is pi a square, and therefore the option B is correct. So again, first of all, we have just rearranged the terms of the equation of the given curve. Then I tried to find out whether it is symmetrical or not. Then we found out that it is symmetrical about x axis and y axis is its asymptote, and further we found out the point where it intersects the x axis, and from that, once you are able to draw the figure, obviously the area that we were required to find out was this entire area. So we have taken twice of 0 to infinity because it is symmetrical about x axis, x dy. So this question was quite simple, I suppose. The next question that we have is the area of the loop of the curve a y square equal to x square a minus x is what? So we have a y square is x square a minus x, which means a y square is x square ax square minus x cube, or y would become, I can take x square common, so I have a minus x by a and y square. So y would become plus minus x a minus x by a. So this is what we get as the value of y. Now let us discuss something about curve tracing. So what about from the equation itself? Y is x under root a minus x, we need to draw this curve. So we must have x is less than equal to a, right? First thing is that we must have x to be less than equal to a. Then for 0 is less than x is less than equal to a, y is positive, and also y equal to 0 implies x is 0 a. Moreover, curve is symmetrical about the x axis. Further, curve is symmetrical about the x axis. Further, when x tends to minus infinity, y tends to minus infinity. Also, y has only one point of maxima for 0 is less than x is less than a. Between 0 and n, y has for x lying between 0 and a, y has only one point of maxima. So now we know when x tends to minus infinity, y is also tending to minus infinity. Curve is symmetrical about x axis. We can now find out the area, but before that we will draw the curve. The curve would look something like this. This is the given curve. This point is a0. This is our x axis. This is y. This is y dash. This is x dash. And this is our origin 0, 0. So the question was the area of the loop of the curve. So we are required, that means to find out this area, right? So area would be equal to twice of 0 to a. Area would be equal to twice of 0 to, since it is symmetrical about x axis again. So we'll just find out this area and we'll just make it twice so that we get the required total area. So that will be equal to twice of 0 to a x under root a minus x by a dx. Twice of 0 to a y dx, and y was x a minus x by a. So area is twice 0 to a x under root a minus x by a dx. So now we just need to find out this. What you will do for finding this is, let us put this term which is an under root sign to be equal to t, and that would imply 1 minus x by a is t square, which implies x would be equal to 1 minus t square into a into 1 minus t square, right? This is x, and therefore area is a, suppose. So a would be equal to twice of 1 to 0. When x was 0, t would be equal to 1, and when x was a, we'll have t to be equal to 0. So the limits become 1 to 0. So we have a equal to twice of 1 to 0 a 1 minus t square, that is x is a 1 minus t square. Then we have this was t, and dx is minus 280 dt, right? So this is how the new area equation that we have once we substitute this to be equal to t. So A is finally this. So this is equal to 4a square, 2 into 2 becomes 4, then we have a square, then we have t square minus t4, t square minus t4 dt, and then we have 0 to 1, negative sign instead of this negative, we have just interchanged the limits. So we have 4a square integral 0 to 1 t square minus t4 dt. So this becomes 4a square, then you can just simply integrate it minus t5 by 5, and this will become 0 to 1. So this will be equal to 4a square 1 by 3 minus 1 by 5. So this is 2 by 15 into 4a square, 8a square by 15 square units. So this is the final answer. Now again, once you have got the equation of curve tracing, you just need to first of all simplify that equation, or from the equation itself you need to judge that about its symmetry, about the point where it crosses x or y axis, about the asymptotes if it has got any, and then you will be able to draw the curve. Once you are able to draw the curve, you can easily find out the area. Next question is area enclosed by the curve y minus sine inverse x square equal to x minus, question would be find the area enclosed by the curve this. So y minus sine inverse x whole square is x minus x square. So y is sine inverse x plus minus under root x minus x square. Y is sine inverse x plus minus under root x minus x square. So first of all, domain from this we can judge will belong to 0 1, right? Then this is equal to 0 to 1 sine inverse x plus under root x minus x square. First of all, we will have this minus of sine inverse x minus under root x minus x square dx. So the required area would be 0 to integral 0 to 1, since we have already obtained that domain would be from 0 to 1. So the limits of integration are integral 0 to 1 sine inverse x plus under root x minus x square minus of sine inverse x minus under root x minus x square dx. So now we just need to simplify this. This is equal to twice of 0 to 1 under root x minus x square dx, because sine inverse x will get cancelled. So this is equal to twice of 0 to 1 under root 1 by 4 minus x minus half square, and this would be equal to twice of half x minus half under root x minus x square plus half 1 by 4 sine inverse x minus half by half. Limits would be from 0 to 1, and this, after this is equal to twice, you just put the limits now, substitute the limits. So I have twice of 0 plus 1 by 8 into pi by 2 minus of 0 plus 1 by 8, then we will have minus of pi by 2, and right. So this would be equal to twice of pi by 16 plus pi by 16, that's pi by 4. This is the final answer. Next question is, let A be a positive constant number. Consider two curves C1 y equal to e raised to x and C2 y equal to e raised to a minus x. Let S be the area of the part surrounded by C1, C2 and the y axis, then limit a tends to 0 S by a square equals. So we have to find out limit a tends to 0 S by a square. So how will we find out this? First of all, the given curves are y equal to e raised to x and y equal to e raised to a minus x. Solving these two equations, Obviously this will yield you the points of intersection of these curves. So we have e raised to x is e raised to a minus x, which means e raised to 2x is e raised to a. So x is a by 2. So x is a by 2. Now s would be equal to 0 to a by 2 e raised to a minus x e raised to x dx, right? And you just need to simplify this. In fact, you can just solve it out, integrate it. So we have minus of e raised to a minus x minus e raised to x, and the limits would vary from 0 to a by 2. In fact, now the figure is, this is the curve, this is y equal to e raised to a minus x, and this would be y equal to e raised to the power x. So this is a by 2, and we are required to find out this area. Area enclosed by these curves is this area, right? So where were we? So s is e raised to a minus x minus 0 to a by 2. You can see it from here now. Okay, this is 0. This is our origin. So 0 to a by 2, area enclosed by this curve minus area enclosed by this curve. So it is e raised to a minus x minus of e raised to x. And this is minus of e raised to a minus x minus e raised to x from 0 to a by 2. So this is equal to, you just need to simplify it now, e raised to a plus 1 minus e raised to a by 2 plus e raised to a by 2. This is equal to e raised to a minus 2 e raised to a by 2 plus 1, and we can write it as e raised to a by 2 minus 1 square, whole square. So we have e raised to a by 2 minus 1 whole square. Therefore this was s by a square would be equal to e raised to a by 2 minus 1 whole square by a square, and this can be written as e raised to a by 2 minus 1 whole square by a by 2 whole square, or I can write it as a by 2 entire whole square, right? And now we have limit a tends, and now we'll have limit a tends to 0, right? Limit a tends to 0, s by a square would be equal to 1 by, okay, once we divide this by 2, I'll have to divide it by, multiply it also by 4. So I have 1 by 4 e raised to a by 2 minus 1 by a by 2 whole square. So limit a tends to 0, s by a square would be equal to 1 by 4. Here we will have 1 by 4 because we have divided by 2 square. So we will multiply this term by 2 square. So we have 1 by 4. So limit a tends to 0, s by a square is 1 by 4. So this is the required answer. Next question that we have is, a curve is such that the area of the region bounded by the coordinate axis, the curve and the ordinate of any point on it is equal to the cube of that ordinate. The curve represents, does it represent a pair of straight lines, or it represents a circle, ellipse or parabola? Okay, now first thing is you should be able to understand the statement of the question. So the statement just means 0 to x fx dx is equal to y cube. So differentiating, once you differentiate this, what do you get? F at x, fx is equal to 3y square dy by dx. That means y is 3y square dy by dx, and this just gives us two values, that is y is 0 or 3y dy is dx. Now this is rejected, so we have 3y dy is dx, right? So just solve it out. So we have 3y square by 2 is x plus c, and therefore it is a parabola. So the answer is simply a parabola. In fact, the figure would be something like this. Any point pxy, and this would be xy. This is our origin. So such a curve is a parabola. It is apparent from the equation that we have just now obtained. So this was about some of the IIT JEE questions. I hope you must have understood it. These questions help you to know how the various concepts are applied in the questions and what sort of questions are exactly asked in the exam from this section. It also helps you to know how to speed up in the question, how to draw the graphs, how to solve out the question, how to find out the limits of integration from the figures. So just practice a very good number of questions on area under curves, because this, as far as this topic is concerned, you cannot master it until and unless you practice very good number of questions. I would say not even a very good number of questions you will have to practice on this chapter in order to excel in it. If you have got any kind of queries on the topic, you can post it for free on our discussion board of askiitians.com. For doing so, just go to the website askiitians.com, go to the discussion board, and as soon as you select the option of discussion board, on the right hand side you will see the column Ask Experts. In that you can select the category of the question, for example say algebra, and just post your question. You can also attach any kind of image with the question. Then just click on Get Answer, and the Ask IITians experts will give you the answer within the duration of 24 to 48 hours. Well, I hope you must have understood the IIT JEE question based on area under curves, and I am sure that you must be able to solve out your questions in your exams, and you know what exactly should be your approach, how you are supposed to approach a question of area under curves. So now this in fact completes our chapter on area under curves, and before we end up, let's have a quick recap of the entire chapter. So we first began with different cases of bounded area, in which we discussed various cases of finding out the bounded area enclosed between curves. Then we discussed some of the standard areas, and I won't say that you have to memorize and you won't be able to solve out your question if you don't remember these formulas, but yes, it would be your loss in the sense that you will be spending more time in your exams in attempting questions based on the standard areas. So yes, you should memorize these formulae. Then we discussed various other concepts, like we discussed determination of parameters and question based on it, and we discussed average value of a function, and the most important topic that we discussed was curve tracing and shifting of origin. So although mathematics is all about practice, but this section, that is applications of integration and in particular area under curves, is particularly based on your practice. So do practice a very good number of questions on this topic in order to excel. So for more videos of physics, chemistry, mathematics and biology, stay tuned on askiitians.com.